This is part 5 of chapter 8, Apples or Aliens of the Jared Diamond book, Guns, Germs, and Steel. We watched this in part 4, read this, and understood about the map. We are here now, starting here. Okay. One advantage of the Fertile Crescent is that it lies within a zone of so-called Mediterranean climate, a climate characterized by mild, wet winters and long, hot, dry summers. That climate selects for plant species able to survive the long, dry season and to resume growth rapidly upon the return of the rains. Many Fertile Crescent plants, especially species of cereals and pulses, have adapted in a way that renders them useful to humans. They are annuals, meaning that the plant itself dries up and dies in the dry season. Within their mere 1 year of life, annual plants inevitably remain small herbs. Many of them instead put much of their energy into producing big seeds, which remain dormant during the dry season and are then ready to sprout when the rains come. Annual plants therefore waste little energy on making inedible food or fibrous stems, like the body of trees and bushes. But many of the big seeds, notably those of annual cereals and pulses, are edible by humans. They constitute 6 of the modern world's 12 major crops. In contrast, if you live near a forest and look out your window, the plant species that you see will tend to be trees and shrubs, most of whose body you cannot eat, and which put much less of their energy into edible seeds. Of course, some forest trees in areas of wet climate do produce big edible seeds, but these seeds are not adapted to surviving a long dry season and hence to long storage by humans. A second advantage of the Fertile Crescent flora is that the wild ancestors of many Fertile Crescent crops were already abundant and highly productive, occurring in large stands whose value must have been obvious to hunter-gatherers. Experimental studies in which botanists have collected seeds from such natural stands of wild cereals, much as hunter-gatherers have been doing over 10,000 years ago, show that annual harvest of up to nearly a ton of seeds per hectare can be obtained, yielding 50 kilocalories of energy for 1 kilocalorie of work expended. By collecting a huge quantities of wild cereals in a short time when the seeds were ripe and storing them for use as food,